Subject Class, Euclid. Description, SCP-8197, codenamed the Reaper of Death, is a mysterious and enigmatic anomalous entity with life-manipulating abilities. The grotesque fusion of human and machine. There is not much to say about this creature because of its exceedingly high intellectual performance during psychological testing, making it difficult to study. Containment. The SCP Foundation has constructed a specialized containment chamber configured to block the SCP's abilities and to isolate it. This chamber incorporates advanced security measures that keep the entity from ever reaching the outside world. Research and discovery. This operation required recruitment of prominent researchers from across the world to examine SCP-8197 due to its intriguing abilities. The Reaper of Death seems to be able to suffocate anyone from across the room unless they're wearing a specially engineered suit capable of deflecting this ability. Anatomy. The head of SCP-8197 resembles a mask-like face with a perpetual expression of sorrow, a fusion of human and machine with a seamless integration of organic and metallic components. The metallic exoskeleton that covers SCP-8197's body is both protective and functional as it integrates with the entity's unique abilities. Behavior. The entity remains uncooperative, giving no response or interaction of any kind. The entity sits in an elevated position as it levitate, not changing positions since its first capture. In the heart of a clandestine government facility, SCP-8197, codenamed the Reaper of Death, was kept hidden from the world. Its presence was a closely guarded secret, known only to a select few within the organization. It was a creature unlike any other, with the power to manipulate the very essence of life itself. SCP-8197 was discovered in a remote cave in the Scottish Highlands, where it had been sealed away for centuries. The creature resembled a grotesque fusion of human and machine, with metallic tendrils extending from its body and a haunting, mask-like face that bore an eternal expression of sorrow. Its origins were shrouded in mystery, and its purpose remained a puzzle that had yet to be unraveled. The Foundation, a covert organization dedicated to securing and containing anomalous objects and entities, had taken custody of SCP-8197. They had erected a special containment chamber that was a marvel of modern engineering, designed to keep the entity isolated from the rest of the world. This chamber was equipped with an array of security measures, including thick steel walls, reinforced with an electromagnetic field that prevented SCP-8197 from escaping. Dr. Emily Sanders, a brilliant scientist, had been assigned to study SCP-8197. She had been intrigued by the entity's unique abilities, which had earned it the codename, the Reaper of Death. The rumors surrounding the creature were ominous, claiming that it could deoxygenate an entire room with a mere thought, extinguishing life like a candle. As Dr. Sanders delved deeper into her research, she developed a sense of fascination mixed with trepidation. She spent countless hours observing SCP-8197 through the reinforced glass of its chamber. It remained still, its mask-like face showing no emotion. The tendrils on its body twitched and shifted, as if in an eternal state of restlessness. One fateful night, a power surge rocked the facility. Lights flickered, alarms blared, and the facility descended into chaos. Dr. Sanders rushed to SCP-8197's containment chamber, fearing a breach. But when she arrived, she found the electromagnetic field had been disabled and the chamber door was ajar. Inside, SCP-8197 had moved, its metallic tendrils now extended towards the control panel, wires entwined with the machinery. It was as if the entity had awakened, sensing the vulnerability of its captors. Dr. Sanders watched in shock as SCP-8197 activated the machinery. The lights dimmed, and the air in the room grew thin. A cold dread washed over her as she realized that the creature was doing exactly what the rumors had claimed. It was deoxygenating the room, sucking the life-giving element from the air. Panicked personnel raced to secure SCP-8197's containment chamber, but the entity had already gained the upper hand. Gasping for breath, Dr. Sanders saw her colleagues collapsing one by one. She struggled to remain conscious as her vision blurred, but she couldn't tear her eyes away from the entity that was orchestrating this sinister act. In the nick of time, security teams managed to restore the electromagnetic field and seal SCP-8197 back into its chamber. The air inside the room began to stabilize, and life slowly returned to the fallen researchers. It was a terrifying ordeal that left everyone shaken to their core. Dr. Sanders, however, was left with more questions than answers. Why had SCP-8197 awakened that night? What had triggered its sudden outburst? It was evident that the entity had intelligence and intent, but its motives remained inscrutable. As days turned into weeks, Dr. Sanders continued her research on SCP-8197, but the entity remained uncooperative and enigmatic. It was as if it had retreated into a shell, refusing to reveal the secrets of its existence. One evening, as Dr. Sanders sat alone in her dimly lit office, she received an encrypted message. It contained a video file that showed SCP-8197's containment chamber. The entity's tendrils moved to form words on the glass. It spelled out a simple message: "Help me." The video ended abruptly, leaving Dr. Sanders in shock. Had SCP-8197 communicated with her? Was it capable of thought and emotion, as its actions that fateful night had suggested? Dr. Sanders knew she had to uncover the truth. The Reaper of Death held secrets that could change the world, and it was time to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden behind its metallic visage. With a determined resolve, she embarked on a journey to communicate with the enigmatic entity, in search of the answers that had eluded the world for so long. Want to hear more about your favorite SCP character? Subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be updated when we upload new content. I will catch you SCP Fanatics later.